This is Becky with Up in Smoke Barbecue, and today Justin Poenisch from Mesquite Acres brought us our next box of meat.
We are a local family ranch that specializes in grass-fed and grass-finished meat. To tell you a little bit about ourselves, our ranch has been in the family since the 1940s, but we're the first generation that has actually tried to do this, and the first in over 40 years to try to make a living off the ranch. We chose grass-fed and finished primarily for the nutrition. Once our family butchered its first cow, we were kind of suckered into it and we had to do it. The taste is absolutely amazing. And the important thing about the finish is these cows are basically, what finish means is they're on grass all the way up until the butcher date. And so that changes the way that the fat accumulates on the animal. That changes the way the meat eats. That changes the entire nutritional profile. And so that grass-fed and finished is super important, and part of why you'll never see it in stores. Becky, what do we have here?
Well, we have some ice so far. Let's see. I am getting to the good stuff. What do we have? Ooh, top sirloin.
Inch and a quarter.
Yum. Let's see what else. We have oxtail. Ooh.
It's a great slow and low recipe. It's amazing.
Yeah, like the kind of like ossobuco.
Yes,
like
you cook it almost like ossobuco.
Yeah. And, ooh, what's this? Bones.
We loaded her up with marrow bone, and so you'll roast that. You can make compound butter. You can do all sorts of cool things with marrow.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Let's see. Ooh. Ribeyes. We just did some ribeyes recently. We get to do some more.
Everyone's favorite.
Those are our favorite, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And last time we got the chuck eye, basically. I realized that's the poor man's ribeye.
It is.
Yes, I had heard that cut before, and I was like, chuck eye, I know that, but what is it?
It's personally one of my favorite cuts.
Yes, it's the most tender, I think.
It really is,
yeah.
Especially being from the shoulder.
Yeah, I got some stew beef, more stew, or marinating, which we did. What is this? Beef loin, tenderloin. Oh,
and so what that is the same muscle as the filet mignon. It's the very end of it that they couldn't make a medallion out of, but it eats up the exact same way. It's, again, the poor man's filet mignon.
Wow, okay. I've never actually seen that before. I've only seen filet. And then we've got a lot of delicious regular ground beef. We're going to do some smoked meatloaf here soon, too.
Oh, that
That's
sounds
one of my
good.
favorites. Yes.
So what Becky's gotten is what we'll call our Premier Farmer's Box. And so we have several bundles that we try to do a subscription service. Our goal is to be able to provide consistent meat to people and to be able to actually give them lots of bonuses and values along with a relationship with a rancher that you won't get anywhere else. And I've actually really enjoyed getting to know Becky, and I've known Tim for a couple years. And one of the things that she's getting with her particular bonus package is actually kind of a farm bonus that we do every month. Just something that our farm is already making up. Yes. This month she got our barbecue. This sauce has actually been homemade by us. Started with my grandfather in 1974. It's kind of a sweet and tangy sauce. Oh man, we just love it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to use this. That sounds really great. So one of the things we've talked about too is brisket, because I like to smoke brisket. I know a lot of people in Texas love to smoke brisket. And when you go and you get a grass-fed and finished brisket, it's often a lot smaller than like what you're used to seeing if you go to a meat market or an H-E-B, or you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So you'll notice that a lot of the cuts may actually not quite have the size, and brisket's very noticeable. That's because of the way that feedlots would finish their animals. So they can actually almost double an animal's size in 6 weeks by pumping hormones and antibiotics and shoving them full of grain and animal byproducts, which makes for these big cuts of meat, but obviously the quality and the taste is not the same. Whereas grass-fed and finished can take up to 2 years for a mature animal, and the cuts will be a little bit smaller, but I think you can attest the taste is quite a bit different.
Oh, yes, it is. It's very different, and it's very good. And I notice when it's cooking a different smell to it too.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
Yes, I can tell when something comes from a feedlot because it smells like a feedlot. You know, it smells like it should not smell. It does not smell good sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've noticed that with the grass-fed and finished since we've been doing it. And oh, this looks so awesome. I'm so excited. So we are going to put a link to Justin's website, Mesquite Acres, in the description down below. Check it out. Check out what they are offering. I'm so excited to try this barbecue sauce. We got some eggs last time.
Yeah.
Y'all raise chickens out there too? And
We do. We have some chickens that are pasture raised. We also have goats, and we have different trees that are out there like pecan and fig, and so a little bit of everything.
Cool. Nice. Cool. So yeah, check them out. And I guess we will see you next time on Up in Smoke.